This is Major Tom 2 Ground Control. I'm stepping out the door with some WildStar knowledge. Today we're going to discuss the walking armored trucks known as the Warriors. So you guys must be thinking to yourselves, hey, Warrior is pretty self-explanatory, right? Not necessarily. Yes, it is the Warrior class that is in most other games, but WildStar kinda does things a little differently from the norm. So, a warrior in WildStar is a greatsword-wielding juggernaut, but the cool thing about their greatsword is it's not just a greatsword, it's power sword. The power sword is of course a giant hunk of metal with a fusion reactor built in. It's pretty insane. It can charge up and slice through pretty much anything you swing the thing at. Furthermore, warriors have another special tool called an arm cannon. It is a multi-use technological marvel that allows the warrior to produce a bunch of different effects, such as a whirling buzzsaw or a whip that will reach out and grab a foe and drag him in for range of that deadly sword. They also wear the heaviest armor in the game, making them pretty much walking tanks, if you choose to walk down that particular path. And lastly, the Chua and the Aran actually cannot take this class, as they are too small in stature to wield such an insane and heavy, powerful weapon. I guess if you want to play a wimp, you're stuck to the wimpy little classes, am right? So naturally, we have to talk about what the warrior class is actually good at, which is tanking and DPS, along with anything in between. You can play as an off tank or an off DPS if you want to. Despite them having the arm cannon, they are mainly a melee character, so all of their attacks are up close and personal, swinging away. Sure, they can grab people and pull them up close, but keep in mind this is a melee only class. You can't really do a ranged DPS with this kind of guy. So expect to be tanking, expect to be taking damage, and expect to be dealing it out with massive swings. Alright, so the warriors have this special class feature, all classes do, called kinetic energy. This is like rage in a lot of other MMOs. Basically, every time they perform an attack, they start charging their kinetic cells with kinetic energy, which are then used to power other more powerful skills. It's pretty simple, pretty basic. A lot of other MMOs have done this before, nothing else to really say there. If you want to go with a tanky build, you're going to want to get equipment that supports technology, grit, and insight, which will raise your support, base health, inflict critical hit, and deflect rating abilities. So they will make you better at your job, more or less. You'll also want to take the Juggernaut stance, which gives you bonuses to resistances, shields, and increased threat generation. That's what you're going to want to take as your innate ability. Its Bulwark activatable ability is great for this particular class, and taking abilities that allow you to produce threat to draw attention on you, and then you're going to want to take stun abilities that allow you to keep your chosen wards out of danger, so you can keep people from walloping on them. If a boss is charging up a super powerful attack, you're going to want to hit him and knock him crazy for a few moments so he can't hurt anybody. That's basically your role as a tank. Conversely, if you want to go DPS, you're going to want to pick up Brutality, Finesse, and Moxie, which give you Assault Power, Strike Through, Critical Severity, Critical Strike, and more Critical Severity. So yes, Finesse and Moxie both give you critical severity. If DPS is indeed your path, then you're going to want to take the Onslaught stance as your innate ability, rather than Juggernaut, of course. This gives bonuses to damage dealt and reduces enemies' damage mitigation, so you shred through armor. Of course, all the abilities of the warrior attack in an area, allowing you to smash a bunch of people at once. This is also useful while tanking, because you can use all these abilities on a bunch of people at once to get them more focused on you. But as a DPS, you're going to want to be using your abilities for maximum effectiveness. You're going to be wanting to hit as many people as you can, so you're going to want to get abilities that increase your mobility. You want to jump into the middle of combat. You want to swing wildly as possible. You're also going to want abilities that allow you to lock down people and stun them, just like the tank. But your focus on this is making sure that they can't get away. You're going to want to pull them to you, pummel them down with your massive sword, and then watch as their pitiful soul leaves their broken body. Alright, and that about wraps it up for Warriors. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you feel like I missed anything important, please let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to learn more about the Warrior class, or just more about WildStar, I highly recommend you check out the WildStar wiki by clicking the link in the description, or by going to wildstar.gamepedia.com. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to show us your support, and I'll see you all next time.